Hi guys, so for one of our final videos here about Aulani, we're gonna talk about some tips and tricks on planning your vacation to Aulani and also give you some tips on how to save a little bit of money. Do be aware before we get into this video that Aulani and Hawaii are both pretty expensive, so there are ways to save a little bit of money, but overall your trip is gonna end up quite pricey. And something else I'd like to address before we get into this, Aulani is not a resort, so if you're a big thrill ride fan, if you're a thrill seeker, do be aware that it is a spa, a place to chill, to relax. So look into what you can do there, see if Aulani is going to be your type of vacation, because we heard from cast members that there were people who got bored because they expected it to be more of a theme park. If you think Aulani is your thing, then continue watching because we're going to save you a little bit of money. Alright, so first thing is flying to Aulani. Now, especially from Europe, be prepared that you'll be spending about like at least €1,000 just to fly over there. But playing with your layover place, playing with the place where you're going to be taking off can really change a lot on the price. So sometimes taking a car for a couple of hours will save you a couple of €100 or dollars depending on where you're from. So that's always interesting. Now, to get from the airport to the resort, we suggest renting a car. Not only to do that, but also just to travel around because Oahu is amazing. It's so pretty. So it's very convenient to have a car that you can just move around whenever you feel like. And they are cheaper to rent them at the airport than at the resort itself. So it will save you the Uber ride from the airport to the hotel, which is pretty pricey. And we ended up saving a lot of money and a lot of freedom by doing that. So that's definitely a must. So once you get to the resort, the room rates are quite pricey. They start at about like $500, and it's not even including the tax you pay per night because it's in Hawaii. There is a way to go way cheaper, and that is by renting DVC points. So you're not becoming a DVC member, you're basically borrowing somebody else's points and using them to plan your vacation. And this can save you up to like 50% of your trip, so definitely check that out. There are a bunch of websites will help you out with this. They're official. If you feel kind of scared, don't be. There are so many amazing websites that will help you out that do this for a living. They help people book their trips through those DVC rentals, which I really recommend because not only is your room going to be much cheaper, the parking is also included. So the parking fee right now is $37 per night that you'll be staying. So if you're renting a car, do be aware you'll be spending $37 a night unless you're staying on DVC points. So whether or not you're a member, just staying there on the points will give you free parking. Another big bonus when you're renting a DVC studio or a bigger room is that even the smallest of the DVC rooms comes with a little kitchenette, which includes a microwave oven, a toaster, and a coffee maker. So you can make your egos, you can heat up some meals. It's just gonna save you tons of money by doing that for breakfast or whatever. And there are also some cheaper shops right across the street from Aulani, so you don't even have to have a car to go grocery shopping. Do keep in mind though that in Hawaii at the moment, all the bags you get at the stores are for a fee. So if you wanna go shopping, I suggest taking some bags with you before you leave so you don't have to spend money on plastic bags. Activity-wise, there are a bunch of things that can save you a little bit of money here and there when you're planning your activities. One thing that a lot of people recommended was the Go Oahu card, which is basically a 3 to 5 day pass, which allows you free entrance to a bunch of activities, but also if you buy the premium one, you get one premium activity. So if you're planning in advance to do a couple of days where you really want to explore the island, that is something to look into because it will save you a lot of money. It includes things like Pearl Harbor, some botanical gardens and stuff, so it is pretty convenient. However, and that's the reason why we didn't get it in the end, it really makes you overplan your trip because you really want to make the most out of that card. So depending on how you travel and how chill you want your trip to be, we decided not to do it because we felt like we were going to be rushing things and that wasn't how we wanted to spend our vacation. Also, a major note to add with all this trip planning is the traffic. It is quite intense. So there are basically two main roads. You've got the one going from the left to the right side of the island, and you've got one doing this. So that's basically the two main roads. If you have to go somewhere, they're the two roads that you have to get on. If we went to Kualoa Ranch without traffic jams, it would be less than an hour. We ended up doing more than 2 hours, so do keep that in mind. Traffic can get pretty intense there. Taking enough time in between your trips to go from places to other places, because if it's busy, it is busy, and you don't want to miss a next appointment by over planning things, so keep that in mind. Then in Aulani itself, there are a couple of things you can save money on. If you're not a DVC member, this one's going to be pretty interesting for you. If you do the DVC tour, meaning you'll listen to a guide, they'll take you around the rooms, they'll actually give you 2 free luau tickets. If there's no availability for the free luau tickets, you will end up with a gift card, which is also a pretty nice thing anyways. But you'll always get something. It doesn't take up that much of your time. And the DVC cast members there are super friendly. They know a lot about the island. So even if you're not that interested in DVC itself, it is pretty fun to just talk to these people. And plus side, you get a luau ticket or a gift card. So yay! Then some other like smaller things. The refillable mug is really interesting if you're spending a couple of days at the resort. It's only $20, but it allows you to drink free tea, free coffee, free sodas all day long from morning till late in the night. So definitely check those out. Other things that are worth mentioning for DVC members, if you buy the popcorn bucket, your refills at the moment are still for free. Then something we really enjoyed having with us was an underwater camera. So for us, we used the GoPro, but we've seen a lot of people spend like $20, $30-ish on Amazon to get a cheaper version, which apparently worked really well. But there's just a lot of animals. If you go to Paradise Cove, you can see turtles. If you go snorkeling in the Rainbow Reef, it's just a lot of fun to have a little bit of footage from those activities. So I do recommend looking into that. Talking about the Rainbow Reef, again, if you're spending a couple of days at the resort, I do recommend looking at the length of stay pass, because not only will it give you access to the Rainbow Reef, but you'll also be able to rent out a snorkeling gear. So that's pretty fun. You can take it with you when you're going to Paradise Cove, etc. Overall, I'd say with the DVC rentals, with the car rentals, there are some ways to save money. Just remember, Hawaii is expensive. This is going to be an expensive trip, but let me assure you, it is worth every penny. This was kind of our little planning tips and tricks. If you've got any questions concerning your planning, if you want to know a little bit more, just let us know in the comments, then we'll be happy to help you out. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and share this with your friends if they're interested in Hawaii as well. And as always, we'll be seeing you for more Disney. Bye guys!